What up? What it do? It's your boy JDQ, and it is officially 7:32 p.m. Eastern Time down here in beautiful, gloomy Florida. I just got done talking with one of my old coworkers from the TSA days, and we were having a really good conversation. Uh, some of it was like very serious and very deep. A lot of reflecting and thinking involved, and towards the end, it took a turn for the better because it really did end on a high note. Uh, Before I even hit the button over here to like start streaming, I was still laughing because I mean the guy he's hilarious. And eventually, at some point, whether it be later this year um, or later this coming month, you guys will get to know him. We are trying to develop a podcast to talk about all those TSA situations that TSA stories that we have that a lot of people I know would enjoy, whether it be to laugh with us or kind of like have crazy anecdotes to share with everyone, and yeah, it'll be great. It'll be great. And so we're trying to schedule like a meetup, right? But once it gets started, I know it will be a blessing to everyone who does hear it or listen to it or share it because I mean, like I said, there's a bunch of crazy stories that the three of us, because there's going to be three of us, will have to like share. But that's besides the fact. What's going on, everybody? Nate, what's going on, man? Tracy, Rod, William, and everyone else who will eventually stop by to show your love and support to your boy here. I really do appreciate it every single time you guys show up. It does mean a lot to me. And yeah, there so much has happened this past weekend and the days that followed. Right, a lot of interesting things happened. What seemed to be all at once. Right, the whole Roe versus Wade situation, the things that happened within my family these last few days, and just overall, it was I think interesting would be an understatement. Just I'll just leave it at that. It was an understatement. It was a very interesting weekend, right? And a lot of music was released. Yeah, the physical world is crumbling. Not only the physical world, but the physical world is crumbling and the spiritual world is making its way through, if that makes any sense. If y'all need to record that, rewind it, play it back, go ahead, do as you please. But yeah, as beginning hope just said, the physical world is crumbling, right? About time you wait, what? But yeah, no, like the physical world is crumbling for sure. And I would like to add on to it that the spiritual world is making its way through. What do I mean by that? Well, what I'm trying to say with that is basically prophecy is being fulfilled on a day to day basis at this point. Uh, William Finlay saying, JDQ, don't know about yourself, but here I am struggling to manage. Okay, struggling to manage my power bills as they triple in prices, but food has doubled prices. Everything is crazy. Yeah, man. Yeah, there's hard times that are here and even worse times that are coming our way. So the thing, one of the advices I can give anybody and everyone that is the best advice that anyone could give anyone else during these times is to make sure that you stock up on your water, right? And non-perishables, right? And little by little start. You don't have to go crazy. I'm not telling you to buy 20 or 30 boxes of water in one day, but I'm just saying little by little, get your good amount of boxes of water every few days in between or every week in between. That way you have a decent amount of water disposable uh, for you and your family, right? Um, and of course, non-perishables because if things or when things do go south or further south, At the very least, you have food and water, which is the most important thing to have in this life, because everything else, man, look, and we'll get to the reaction video because I'm gonna unleash a reaction video, or a quote unquote analyze video, right, in a few minutes. But before I get to that, let me just say this. I I'm not. Don't quote me on this. Don't. It's not written in stone, nothing like that. But you know, we are in the end times. We are in the end of days. I'm not saying that tomorrow the world's gonna end. I'm not saying next week. I'm not saying. I'm not even saying a year or two or three. I'm just saying that essentially, in the greater scheme of things, in the bigger picture, we are closer to the end times and end days today than we ever have been in history. And so, just make sure you have the essentials of life, essentials being, your, like I said earlier, your water, non-perishable food, uh, you know, first aid kit type stuff, right? Stuff that might help you, um, if the power goes out or etc. Stuff like that, stuff, survival stuff, you know. Arm yourself with knowledge on how to grow things for yourself, how to filter water for yourself, not have to rely on these like machine made like filters, nothing like that. There's ways you can filter your food naturally or with home remedies, right? That you don't have to rely on these products that were sold. Um Backburner says it's hot for no damn reason. Uh Jules, hello, hello. Huge bear hug from me to you. Lots of love and huge bear hugs to every single one of you guys. I really do appreciate you being here with me. You could be anywhere else in the world, but you're here with me, and I do highly, highly appreciate that. But yeah, again, back to the other stuff. Like, just make sure that you and your families are prepared for what's to come. There is going to be scarcity happening around the world. There's going to be large necessities of food, water, um, what do you call it? Things that help us with electricity, vehicles. So yeah, just arm yourself with knowledge and arm yourself with all the essentials that you understand that you and your families will be needing, right? For however long these hard times happen to occur for, right? Yeah. So just don't go insane buying 50, boxes of water. I'm just saying little by little start preparing yourselves. Which is it's something that honestly everyone should have been doing since, you know, the whole situation a few years back happened. If you have not been preparing since then up until now, then I honestly I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, all right. So let me just show my face because of course that's what some people came here to see. Even though the lighting in here right now is not the greatest, I'll be the first one to admit that. But the extra lighting, yeah, stash up on ramen noodles, yeah, man, yeah. As sad as that might sound, for sure, do it, do it ASAP. Oh yeah, yeah. Listen, I'm not even gonna talk about that here because, you know what's the crazy part is I've already lost. I've lost a certain amount of friends, because if for those of you who follow me on Instagram, right? A few days ago when the whole situation blew over, right? And certain things were overturned, right? I was peacefully posting certain things, and yeah, I'm aware that maybe because I didn't verbalize myself well or in time enough in a way that I would explain myself uh, effectively of why my mindset and my decision, right, and my opinion is the certain way it is. Because of it, um, friends that I've had over, I want to say, close to 20 years, don't want to talk to me. They don't want to know about me. They don't want to interact with me. And I think it's crazy because, I will say this. I have I have the maturity and open mindedness of listening to people's opinions, listening to people's reasonings behind their opinions. And I could do all that and listen to them, you know what I'm saying? Uh in a very peaceful manner, in a very understanding manner, right? And just kind of like hear them out and try to see things from their point of view. I'm able to do that, and I have done that, and I've been doing that. Like I've told certain people, like, okay, tell me the reasons, explain to me why you understand that your opinion is what it is, right? And they've told me, and they've talked to me, and I have heard and listened to them without interrupting, without trying to kind of like press my opinion on them, you know, genuinely just listen to them, right? And I'll be like, okay, like I understand, like your position and why you think this is like the best option, the best choice or whatever, right? And then here's mine. But the moments that I've said, here's my opinion and why I think this way or whatever, it's like automatically they shut their brain off or just kind of like close their ears and be like, it's like they're so stuck and firm on a certain decision based off of like, a few scenarios, right? That they just don't want to hear it. They don't, and plus to add on to the make matters worse, the fact that I'm a dude, right? I'm a guy doesn't help either. So I'm not really gonna get into that topic, at least not tonight. I do plan on having an open discussion and bring my brother and a few close female friends of mine on here um, to kind of like talk it out and really like bring enough information to help people. I don't know, make an educated decision. You know, it's crazy, yo. Yeah, yeah. See, that's the thing, though. That's the thing. Like, for those of you who know me, for those of you who have really taken the time to get to know me, like on a personal level, on a close level, like and I'm not saying this to toot my own horn. I'm not saying this because like, oh, I'm perfect. I'm the greatest guy on earth. No, no, no. But I'm far from that. Like, I am the first one to admit that I am far beyond even close to being perfect, right? But the crazy part is, yo, like for those of you who know me in person, you know how caring I am. You know how understanding I am. You know how sensible I am. You know how like I do my very best to always place myself in the other person's shoes, look at things from the other perspective. You know what I'm saying? I really do my very best to be like, all right, let me pause, you know what I'm saying? Like my way of thinking, my opinion, and let me kind of like go from see things from their perspective and see why, you know what I'm saying, they feel a certain way. Like I that's what I do. That's who I am essentially. That's my nature. I always try to do that. And to think that people that have been my friend for almost 2 decades want nothing to do with me because they think I'm not being sensible, or they think I'm not being understanding, or they think that I'm being cold-hearted, because of certain possible outcomes, you know what I'm saying, because of the overturning or whatever. It really it's like a stab in the heart for me because it's like, yo, I'm the most understanding person that you know of. You know what I'm saying? Because some of these people, they've told me certain things in the past that they don't really trust with anybody else but me. So they understand that I'm not judgmental. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm extremely sensible. I'm extremely understanding. And but those same people that have trusted me in the past with certain things have pretty much like shunned me, to to a certain extent. What up, Mr. Policies? God bless, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, bro. I think it's almost like a known fact that of course we have the lovely Emily Rose in the house. Thank you for being here. I know you're probably still at work, I believe, but I do appreciate you stopping by, showing the love and support. But it's a known fact to a lot of people, at least for me, that abortion, like in percentage wise, abortions hold the highest count of deaths within the states. I don't know outside the states, but within the states, United States, abortions make up for like most of the deaths. And that's with wars combined and everything. So think about that for a second. Think about that. If abortions can't account for most of the deaths in the United States, give me 1 second, guys. One. All right. Sorry about that. So, but yeah, let that sink in. Let that sink in for a few seconds. Again, abortions account for most of the deaths in the United States. And that's including the wars, the different wars we've had over the years. Just let that marinate in your mind for a second. And obviously, I'm not laughing because it's funny. I'm laughing because, a lot of people that don't know that fact, like the first time they hear it, it actually, you know what I'm saying? It's a powerful statement and it's a powerful fact. I wish I could pull up the tab and show you guys, but I'll allow each person to do their own research here. But yeah, look it up. That's a known fact. But anyways, enough about that because again, I'm gonna separate another day to talk about all that. And have people on here with me in a panel type of way, and have like a very well planned and well structured conversation about it. Um, Look at that. Look at that. 3,000 babies a day in the USA killed through planned abortion. And here's, you know what? No, I'm gonna stop myself, and I'm gonna wait for the actual day that we talk about that to bring it up. But yeah, okay. Um, Along with that, I want to ask for everyone's prayers. Always for myself and my family, of course. But I would like to ask for everyone's prayers for my co-host on this channel, right? Kiko. Let's lift them up in prayer, and let's not forget other people that we're supposed to be continuously lifting up in prayer, like Musa and uh and Constantine, right? Um, mm, that Jules, that would be, yeah. Well, I'll let you know because I already do technically I already do have specific people already kind of like plan to like bring on here, but I'll definitely before we do anything I'll let you know in advance That way, if we could have you on, then that way you can kind of like prepare yourself in advance. But yeah, all right. So let's let's head to the good stuff. Let's head to the fun stuff because I don't want to I don't want to like drag out the negative the negative sentiments throughout the stream. Like it's just something that it happened over the weekend, right? This past weekend. And by the way, I was with my family this past weekend, and we met up with my brother and his wife and our nieces and all that, and it was a good time. So if some of you like reached out to me to like talk or whatever, over there where I was at, really didn't have like the greatest signal or the greatest reception and most of the areas that we were at. So I was able to do certain things here and there throughout the trip, but I wasn't really able to like communicate with too many people because of like the bad signal over there. But it was a good time in family. We spent time together. Went to like go watch a movie. Went to the beach for a little bit. It was a good family fun time. But yeah, like along with that, uh, oh, okay. Nate is explaining to my life what happened to Constantine. Okay, yeah, man, it's crazy. It's crazy, and I do want to remind you guys that if you have not reached out to Constantine or Musa to to give them condolences and let them know that you guys are there for them, I would like to highly recommend that you do because you know eh, I forgot. I think I wrote one of them something specifically. Let me see if I find it. I think it was to Constantine, but essentially I told him. Let's see where I can find it. This is why it's bad to have so many accounts. Um, yeah, so I told Constantine at one point today earlier. After I saw like the video that he had posted, I kind of like wrote to him here and there, and in one point, I told him through the DMs, I was like, prayer and time cures the heart, but a friend that is there to listen helps cure or bring peace to the mind. And what I meant with that was, you know, the most powerful thing anyone can ever do is pray for someone else. That's always going to be the case, because God is the only one that can bring that true genuine peace to the soul, right? And heart. However, however, as human beings, we battle with thoughts, we battle with thoughts and we battle with ideas that cross our minds when things like this happen, right? And so, you know, what better thing than to have someone that you can pour your heart out to the point where your mind kind of like breaks through that barrier of like negative thoughts and things that cross your mind that aren't right and that you normally wouldn't think of or think of doing, but the fact that someone is there to like even listen to you and be there and show you in person here on earth, because sadly, like we can feel God and we know God is with us, God is around us, God is, what I'm saying? He's omnipresent, right? We can all agree to that. Those of us in the faith, at least. But sometimes it does take, to see someone physically there, being there for us, whether it be to listen to us, whether it be to, console us like physically, right? And so it's different. So that's what I meant with what I told him, God will always bring, what I'm saying, peace to the heart and soul, right? But sometimes it takes that friend, that family, to like bring peace to the mind. But yeah. So moving on from the sad stuff. Yeah, man, I'm telling you, I tell people all the time, bro. Like I'm a good listener. Like that's one thing that I can do all day without any trouble. I can listen to people. I can be there for people. I can like console people. And it's one of my better traits, right? Some people have actually listen to this. Some people have told me that they find it so extremely weird how good of a listener I am. And some people have gotten uncomfortable. Some people have actually gotten uncomfortable with how good of a listener I am because I've been through situations with certain people where they're pretty much like spilling out their emotions, and uh those emotions might be very strong, very sad or anger or whatever you want to call it, right? Um, God, God has blessed me. God has blessed me um, to be someone, again, like I said earlier, extremely understanding. And you know, um, and again, I'm not saying that to toot my own horn. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm not. But it's one of the few good traits that I do have is that I'm able to really pause myself and like listen to people and wait for them to finish expressing themselves, say what they got to say, and if need be, reply or say something back or whatever it is. But if to my understanding they don't even need or want me to say anything, for the most part I'll have the understanding of like just not even saying anything and just continue listening because sometimes that's what some people need is for someone to keep on listening to them. You know, you might have the greatest intentions in the world with providing some type of like advice or whatever, but sometimes certain people, all they require is not so much advice, but just someone to like listen to them. You know what I mean? So I've been told like it's weird, man. It's so weird and it's so disturbing sometimes how good of a listener you are, because the normal human being would have tried to be cutting me off or the conversation or tried to have already given me advice or try this, try that, and but you're just listening, and they've told me this, and it's weird because I know that's what I need and I know that's what I want, but I'm not used to it. So go imagine that. That's how good of a listener I apparently am. Anyways, so much more to say, so much more to share with you guys eventually. But yeah, man, it's this life is something else. So many anecdotes and testimonies to talk about eventually at some point. But anyways, I am going to be sharing a pre-recorded reaction video that the team and myself recorded weeks ago, and had yet to release it onto the channel. We're about to do that, ladies and gentlemen. We're about to get into it. We're about to bring up a song that is now super old. But we came across it. We did our reaction video. We kind of sort of analyzed it, took it apart, and gave our own perspective on it. And I'm gonna pull it up in a second. And as I do that, I'll do additional commentary. Even though YouTube and Google, they have made it an extremely uphill battle. I don't know why. I honestly, I mean, I've talked to certain people here and there. I've reached out to certain people, and I've asked them, like, how do you do it? Because uh, I keep coming across this whole situation with like copyright and having to explain myself every single time, like every single time we do a reaction video and we upload it, like it's like I'm not getting paid for this. Like we're not monetizing off any of this. You know what I'm saying? Like we're not we're not reaping any benefits from this. And yet we're still like oh, the algorithm picked up on it, and automatically it just, it does like a type of like strike, like it didn't really hurt the channel, but it's like letting you know that you can't be. I'm like, yo, a bunch of people been doing it on here. You know what I'm saying? I've come across channels like left and right that they do it, no problem, no issues. And then for us, it's like I'm trying to climb Mount Everest and with like no shoes and no gloves, right? And the rope that I'm using is like about to break, right? And it's hanging on that one last thread. And I don't know. Every time I climb up one step, like I get stabbed in the heart. That's what it feels like. It's that's exactly what it feels like. It's like, why even bother do reaction videos and commentary videos if every time we post it, it's a problem. I don't get it. Like I really don't get it. And I know me talking about this ain't gonna change anything. It's not gonna fix anything. YouTube is not gonna care. Google is not gonna care. The different record labels, the that we do our reaction videos from or about are not gonna care. But it's baffling to me. It's I don't get it. I really don't get it. And then every time I explain myself, I'm like, yo, we do additional commentary. We're giving our professional and personal opinions on the song and the video. We're trying to bring some insight on a musical on a musical level, on a professional level. I have to write like all this crap down every time we post a reaction video. It's if I were to show you guys the process of me having to explain myself every single time we do a reaction video, it's retarded. I mean, forgive me for the word and the language, but that's the only thing. That's the only word that comes to mind. It's retarded. Like I shouldn't have to explain so much. It even says it in the title: reaction video, commentary video, personal opinion video, like reacting to, like personal thoughts on. Like, why? You know what? I'm not going to say anything else because it's not going to matter. At the end of the day, I'm just going to shut up. I'm going to share the video with you guys. We're going to have a few laughs. We're going to have a good time. And, and yeah, just, oh man, I tell you, man, like sometimes, like, oh man, it is something else. Y'all know Kevin Hart's dad when he got beat up. You are something else. You know that you are something else. What up, Chris? From What's Your Story? Everybody, before I continue, hold on. I was about to pull up the video, but real quick, can we give Chris from What's Your Story a round of applause in the live chat area? Can we please salute this man for every day or every other day, every week that passes by? This man, I don't know how he finds the energy. I don't know how he finds the to make the time. I don't know how he finds the motivation to motivate everyone else. So like motivational Mondays and all that good stuff. I don't know, Chris. I don't know how you do it, bro. I really don't. I every now and then like I watch your stuff and I truly do commend you because my brother, it is not easy. It is not. A lot of people like watch some of the content, whether it be from Alex, whether it be from the different predator catchers channels, your stuff, right, my stuff, and a lot of people, they think it's like really easy to like get on camera and like talk, whether it be something educational, whether it be something gossip wise, whether it be whatever motivational, like what you do. You know what I'm saying? They think it's like really easy. Oh, he's just talking smack. Oh, he's just he's giving his opinion. Oh, he's just talking trash. Oh, he's talking nonsense or whatever. Let me tell you, to to find the energy to do this, and I don't even do this every day anymore like I used to. You know, because again, it we sometimes we make it look easy, right? because we're over here laughing, we're having a good time. You know what I'm saying? Like da 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 da. You know, oh look at this. You know, this what happened here. Ha ha! Is hilarious. You know, whatever it is, right? And we make it look funny most of the time. But yo, to really muster up the energy and the motivation to like push through and put yourself on camera on a daily basis or every other day or whatever the case may be, yo, you know, I give it to you, bro. I'm just saying I applaud you because I'm aware it's not easy and you're aware it's not easy. But the fact that you're a lot more consistent than I am, you know what I'm saying, and you deal with the topic of motivation. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to motivate and inspire people. My brother, it is not easy. And again, I know you know that, but most people don't know that. William, God bless, man. Yeah, yeah. That's what I'm saying, though. That's what I'm saying. Like we all go through. You know, I had my season where it's like, yo, I don't want to deal with anybody. I don't want to like get on camera. I don't want to talk. I don't want to do like anything concerning like putting myself out there like that or whatever. You know, like I went through it for a season, and it was a long season. You know, there's an account out there, the JDQ's like millionth comeback or something like that. And I think it's hilarious, and it's true though, because you know, like I had so many times where it was like I would like leave for like a long period of time because I just wasn't having it. I wasn't wanting to deal with it. You know, whether it be people in the community or just like I don't know, just whatever the reason might have been. But you know, we still in here, man. And look, I'm up. Come on now. Look, gone too far to quit, baby. All right, gone too far to quit. Let me just go on this side. Gone too far to quit. So like, you know, like you just whether it be a day in between, a few days in between, a few weeks in between, whatever the case may be, or whatever way works best for you, but allows you to keep going about your business and doing your thing, do it. You know what I mean? You've gone too far to quit. But yeah, all right. So after having that small vent there, uh, I'm gonna pull up the video here. Making moves on this. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Got you, Jules. It's all right. It's all right. Um, I'm gonna pull up the video. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna laugh, and yeah. Thank you, Jules. I appreciate that. I wish my mouse was working way better, but it's not. All right. I'm gonna pull up the video, and we're gonna have a few laughs, and we're gonna have a good time. And y'all know how it is on this channel, man. Like I already know we're gonna have an issue. We're gonna have an issue. Me sharing this video, I can already see the copyright strike ending up on my email. Like, hey man, just letting you know, there's a serious issue with this video. They try and share it because apparently you're sharing a music video, and even though you're adding commentary, and even though you're reacting to it, and even though you're giving your personal take and opinion on it, and even though you're giving your personal professional opinion on it, and even though you know all these other factors that allow it for it to be fair use, we're still gonna like we still want to bother you about this. And I already know all that is coming my way. So, yeah, I mean, I gotta laugh, man. I really have to laugh because it's annoying and it's frustrating, but it's hilarious at the same time. It's like, bro, I'm not even making a dime off of this. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? I'm literally not making not even a penny off of this. And you want to like just like nag at me about this. Like, I digress. I'm going to calm down and we're gonna have a good time. I know it's like the millionth time I say that, but I'm sorry. Every time I have to like share our reaction videos, it's like it takes a toll on me because it's like it's almost like for no reason, to be honest with you. Almost. I mean, the only reason why it's not for, you know what I'm saying, like for no reason, it's not for no reason, is because it's funny. You know what I'm saying? It's a funny video. You know, it's a insightful video too. You know. Oh, oh, okay. Sorry, had to get that out. I'm gonna I'm gonna hide my face just while we watch some of it, and then I guess I don't know. I'll show my face every now and then. I don't know. Do y'all prefer for me to do it like this or like this? You know, and just add my voice commentary on it, or how y'all want it? Because I could do it like this too, I guess. But I'm kind of like in the way. No, that's too big. That's what she said. No, like this or like this. Wait, where is it? No, that's not the one. That's the one. Okay. Y'all let me know before I continue because I don't want to do it a certain way and then have people, oh, show your face. We want to see your face. Either way is fine, says Chris. Um, hmm. I would just start off this way, and I guess every time I say something, I'll go back to the other way. Okay, without further ado, here's one of the reaction videos that we had weeks ago. I believe it's Twista's prayer music video. So if I can get my mouse to work properly. Okay.
I'm not a kid anymore, but someday I will
This
be
scene's been
down my
going for
Let
an
me
kid.
know
hour.
if y'all can hear it.
So what y'all? We good. We're gonna wrap this up.
Let's do that twisted prayer. What is that? What is that?
All you do in your DAW, whatever DAW it is literally just drag and drop. You can drag one of these chord progressions in.
I was like, already right off the bat, I was like, I mean, it's obviously it's a different language, right? So I was like, I don't know what he's saying, but hopefully he's not cursing no one out. Um, great. If Chris can hear it, then that means everyone can hear it. So all right, here we go. By the way, Twista Twista has got to be one of my favorite fast rapping rappers of all time. And there's there's well to my understanding, there's a very few and far in between. But he's one of the ones that like for the most part, if you really diligently like listen to him, you can almost hear like half of what he's saying without having to like rewind and replay the song over and over again until you get every single word, or without bringing up like the lyrics. And even sometimes you question like I don't know if is the lyrics thing like picking up on it correctly. Here we go. Oh yeah, I know. I look terrible. I'm like, okay, what's about to happen here? It's almost it's almost as if he like slowed down. You know what I mean? But on purpose, not because he's lost his touch. I highly doubt he's lost his touch. I think in this song specifically, he kind of like slowed down, to the point where again it's mostly understandable. All right, my bad. Look at Giggle's face. Interesting. Genocide. This is old though. This is an old song.
Interesting. That was dope.
Huh? talking about. I think he's talking about killing people.
Yeah.
Like, what we talking about here now, man?
Lyrically.
What?
Lyrically, imagine he just ran up in a building, guns drawn, and he just had everybody hit the ground, praying, "Please, Lord, don't let me be a target."
Is that how you got that?
That's what I got.
Man, I thought he's praying, "Please, Lord, like heal me." Or something, but he's like going in on you. Like, what we talking about?
That's what I got. That's what I heard from it.
Man, so you're gonna pray the guy with curse words?
That's not what he's saying. What he's saying is metaphorically.
I got that part at the end, but before he got to the end of that part that you're saying, he went crazy. I thought it was a praying song. That's why I picked it.
He's saying, other rappers are going to be praying.
Yeah.
They're going to be praying, hey, I don't want to be a target of Twister. Don't hit me toward
Yeah. What do you think? Did you expect the prayer to be like that? This nigga prayer the Twister.
I respect that God understands our prayers. Maybe, he could have phrased it differently by like 100.
I'm so mad.
But
I get it.
What I was talking about there, yeah, I was kind of like basically saying like, yeah, man, like, like he was praying to God in his own way or whatever, right? And hopefully God was listening to him and in the correct way, respectively. But I hate the fact that I was like talking away from the microphone. I was like, ugh, if I could like redo that part, like I would, but whatever. Yeah, stuff that happens.
And I mean, I get what he's saying. He's tired of black people killing black people out in the streets.
Right.
This tomfoolery.
Right.
Trying to represent and gang and all that other horse shit. So, you know what I mean? We all tired of it.
Yeah.
I think the whole world is tired of it. But
my question is,
not the ones who keep perpetuating it.
Where has this nigga been all this time?
Who?
Twister.
Doing underground music still? I think he's dropped a few things.
I don't know why he keeps dropping from the big screen. So
I know that part sucks.
Sorry.
Finish it up here.
You gonna play the whole thing?
I like that.
No.
I like that.
Come on, man.
Who else
Really?
who can use pendulum in a verse, yo?
I didn't know you pray to murder. Murder praying.
Nah,
What the?
Of course, obviously I'm not for that, but I'm just saying.
Man,
the way he's
God
putting
help me, man.
His lines together is creative.
Lord help me, man.
Lord, give me a sign.
Man, listen, man. I was a kid when I first heard this dude say ABC in 3 seconds. The whole ABC on TV. And man, you can say that nigga probably influenced me to rap in the way fast I rap. In a way, because he was one of the first ones that I ever saw. And remember that one guy, the the little micro cars. He used to sell it on TV. You know what I'm talking about, right?
No.
The little micro cars, like
With the Hot Wheels?
the Hot Wheels. They be rapping really fast in the commercial.
Oh yeah.
Those were the first two people I ever saw rapping fast, talking fast. Yeah.
I know what you're talking about, but
Hey, so what did you think about that part when he said murderer?
I don't know, man. The part that I'm trying to get back to is the part where he said, if I have to shoot through the Bible with a rifle, religion will protect. Bullets hit you in the chest if I have to shoot through the Bible with a rifle.
something he also mentioned like Christ. I don't know if it was like right before that.
You got the lyrics to that thing?
No. There's just a section right here of it. But let's play it back a little bit.
Before I murder you?
At least he said he should show love to the land.
At least. At least. Before I murder him.
He's got problems with those who don't show respect to the land.
God. Ah, man. Got love for Twister, though.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of hard not to like anything.
See, again, I was talking way too far away from the microphone.
Rap for the Lord one day, like full blown. Because all this stuff, man, is for nothing.
No, yeah.
All these songs we heard, spiritually, it did nothing for me.
Right. And not even entertainment wise either.
I mean, it spiritually did nothing for me. It just brings to me. I don't want to say negative energy.
It just brings wickedness into.
It brings more wickedness into the world.
Into the world.
That's all it is. And then they probably don't even know that they're doing that. Because when I first started rapping, I was just rapping. I wasn't thinking about if God was hearing me.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
Nobody was thinking that.
When you're at the level that some of these people are,
Oh, they better. They got to know that somebody's listening.
Yeah. And they have controllers that pretty much use them as puppets to do their bidding.
That's dumb, yo. You couldn't control me for nothing. Good luck. Good luck with that.
Yo. Real quick, if everyone could give a huge round of applause for one of the co-hosts of the channel, Third Born Media, is in the live chat right now, showing some love. So if y'all could show him some love back, I'll highly appreciate it. Just because typically when I do these lives, my co-hosts don't really have the chance to like make it. So the fact that he's here, you know what I'm saying, watching the stream with us, means a lot to me. So yeah, man. Third Born Media. What's going on, man? I do believe if nothing changes from here to tomorrow, we will be meeting up to cook up some more spicy content for the viewers here. So I can't wait for that. But for real, get out of here. YouTube don't be sending me notifications. That's so weird, man. See, and that's another thing that I be saying. It's like we're a small channel. We're an extremely small channel, right? And somehow, this is like not the first time that I hear it. I've heard it from other people. Like, oh man, I wasn't notified. And I'm like, well, I mean, does like the bell rung like for like all notifications? Like, yeah, I checked it, and it was like all notifications on, and I still wasn't notified. I'm like, that's so weird, yo. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. But yeah, you're here, and let's finish with this video, and then I'll touch up on certain topics that I want to like touch up on here and there a little bit. I probably won't get too deep into it, but
that's fine.
Yeah,
it's the most difficult way to go.
Yeah, I mean, who likes to work for anybody, anyways?
Yeah. In the end, way more worth
Damn, yo.
All right.
Just heard a crazy ass prayer.
it.
All right. So that was that video, right? And this is like from like weeks ago. And we've got a few more videos that we haven't released to the public yet. They're still stuck in the vault, if you will. Um, but obviously, I mean, you already know my situation with this computer. And so it hasn't made things easier on my end. It's only made things like more difficult, if anything. Um, but you know, we're little by little, we're kind of like making things. Uh, that's crazy. Look at this. Look at this comment. Look at this. Eddie D. I get a lot of YouTube Live notifications, but not for this channel. And then she says, or he, I can't tell from the pictures, all alerts are set to on. And again, I've heard this from quite a few people, that enjoy this channel, that message me from time to time saying, hey, when's the next live or whatever, or how come I wasn't able to see last live? That was weird. Or, I've had my notifications on to all since I subscribed and I've missed out on like 3 lives already. How does that happen? I'm like, I don't know. Go go talk to YouTube and Google about that, man. Like the same people that giving us a hard time to even release and post reaction videos, go to those people. And hopefully they respond to you because I mean, listen, I'm not even gonna get into it. Anyways, so something that I do want to talk about on this channel because it is near and dear to my heart, is a video that I shared on my Instagram accounts. And also, I'm also gonna bring up a video that was shared with me through the DMs or through WhatsApp. I can't really, remember exactly from what platform, but it's a few videos that I want to share with you guys. But here, I think it was this channel. Yeah, it's okay. We'll share this one first, and then we'll go back to the other ones. Okay, we're gonna do this one. All right. So I'm sorry about that. So yeah, it's something that I want to like talk on, and I think eventually the team and I will be talking about it together on one of the episodes and shows. Which, by the way, I don't know if it's tomorrow night or a show after tomorrow night, but we will finally have that group live chat. Live stream. My two co-hosts and myself. So be on the lookout for that because that should be a lot more satisfying than the pre-recorded episodes because obviously when stuff is going on live, stuff happens, bloopers happen. So I'm pretty sure y'all would enjoy that a little more sometimes. Make you laugh a little bit more. But yeah, so I'm gonna share this video real quick and we're gonna talk about it, man, because it's yeah, it's disturbing and it's unnecessary, you know. But I'm gonna play a little bit of it and then I'll get to talking about it. Let me just find exactly where. Okay, here we go. Y'all already know whose channel this is. I mean, a call for an uprising. If you're not following this one that has over 143,000 subscribers, then I don't know what you're doing with your life, but it's a great channel to follow. It's kind of like, to a certain extent, I've made it somewhat like my daily news channel because he really does update on a lot of matters from from a believer's perspective of what's happening around the world. So yeah, here we go.
This clip, which is just, look, I don't even want to show the clip, but
What up, John Davis?
because this is the behavior that this is causing, and you need to
Blessings.
see it's going to going to make you sick. And I can't imagine the consequences that people like this are going to suffer, but we know what's coming for a lot of these people who spit in the face of God. Here are some pro-abortion people who, after this decision of Roe v. Wade was made, are kicking around a Bible and then using it and throwing it in a porta-john and defecating on it.
Look at this. Disrespectful. This is a hate crime. You realize you guys are committing a hate crime right now?
Look,
You guys, that this was a crime.
you know what makes it worse? What makes it worse? I'm gonna rewind it real quick. But what made it worse for me is that while that person was kicking the Bible around, she was laughing at it, yo. She was laughing at the fact that they were kicking the Bible back and forth around the floor like that. You know what I'm saying? Like it took things up an octave, if you will. You know, like you're already like, you're already disrespecting God and a lot of people of faith by kicking the Bible around, but to add on to the pain and the disrespect, you laugh about it that you're doing it. Like, this is the part that let me show my face real quick, man. Because hold on, let me. This is the part that I tell a lot of people. Like, a lot of people they 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 like to. Let's see how I can articulate this without feeling like sentimental about it. A lot of people who are not of the faith, um, they like to make it seem as if Christians around the world are like are somehow like the big bully. Somehow Christians, according to some of these people, right, that are not of the faith, supposedly Christianity is like the big bully on the block when it comes to religions. According to them, supposedly we have some crazy authority and we have some privilege and we have um like we're this unstoppable force. What prayer was the one that was taken out of schools decades ago? What what uh what book was taken out of schools decades ago? If you go to China, if you go to other countries around the world, what people of faith are being forced to go underground to find some type of way of worshiping God? What other faith, you know, has been not only persecuted, but what other faith has gotten to the point where, like, I think statistically, again, like in places like Asia, China, and all that, you know, it's gotten to the point where if you're of that faith, you're either put in jail or you're murdered. You're murdered because of the faith. So I want to understand where some of these people get off saying that Christians or Christianity has this great uh supposed privilege. Like I'm failing to see that. I'm failing, and here's the thing. Here's the crazy part. Oh no, Emily, no, we're gonna get to that in a second. We're gonna get to that in a second because in the video, the man mentions something like that. But like we we as Christians, you know, like we have this way of being to ourselves where we respect other people, right? We allow other people to take control of a lot of things, right? We don't say nothing. We don't really, we don't really fight too much as we should. And you know, with tolerance to a certain extent. And like this month, this y'all know what this month is supposedly about, right? You don't see me going to certain spots that have to do with this supposed month, right? And burning stuff down and breaking into certain stores and breaking everything. You don't you don't hear of it and you don't see it because it just doesn't happen. And in places where it does happen, you're not talking about genuine Christians. You're talking about people who are muddying the waters of faith. Let me repeat that just in case anyone gets confused. Any true, genuine Christian that follows Christ with all their heart and soul and mind would never, ever, in a trillion years, would ever disrespect another person's way of thought, another's person way of being, another's person way of lifestyle, in a way that that person in this video is disrespecting the Christian. The only supposed Christians that show these type of hate crimes towards people that they hate are not Christians at all. Is people or agents, right, trying to muddy the waters of faith in Christianity. Because again, for the last billionth time, like any true Christian, any true follower of Christ only ever shows peace, love, understanding, right? I mean, don't get me wrong. If we have a conversation and I have to point certain things out that are just plain wrong, I'll point them out with love. You know what I'm saying? A father who loves his son or loves his children, what does the Bible say? He corrects them. So yeah, if you ask me something on a certain topic and I have to point certain stuff out that might hurt your feelings, but they're true, like I'll do it in a loving way. But if I have to correct you, I'll correct you again in a loving way, you know? But anyways, I'm gonna hit play on this, and I'm actually gonna take it back, and we're gonna hear something that the man says at some point. Speaking of, what Emily brought up earlier in the live chat.
Wade was made are kicking around a Bible and then using it and throwing it at a porta john and defecating on it.
Look at this. Disrespectful. This is a hate crime. You realize you guys are committing a hate crime right now? You guys, this was
That's such a like satanic and diabolical like laughter, like like sometimes I really wish, I don't know, man. Oh man, sometimes I really wish we wouldn't have to be so understanding, like, and just, mm. But because we are understanding, because we are patient, because we are, what I'm saying, like, an example of God here on earth. We let it slide, yo. Like we let it slide. And let me just say this: they are extremely, extremely lucky that we are in the time and period of grace and mercy. I've put this in my Instagram post and story. Like, had this been back in the days of Moses, yo, the moment that they let the Bible drop and even attempted to kick it, God would have stricken them down with lightning, and just allowed the earth to eat them up. These people are taking advantage that we are in the period in time of grace and mercy. like it's no one's business. Like it's like it's like God gives us like an opportunity every day, and then you see stuff like that, and you're like, dang, the fact that God has not destroyed this earth yet just baffles me because this is just a small instance. Imagine something like this happening around the world, yo. But anyways,
Disrespectful.
listen to what he
This is a
says.
hate crime. You realize you guys are committing a hate crime right now? You guys, if this was a crime, you would not have done that.
He said, if this was a Quran, you would not have done that. You know, bringing light to how, again, Christianity is one of, if not the most targeted and attacked, quote unquote, religions out here. So I don't even consider my following Christ a religion. You know, I consider it a relationship that I try to build upon, not a religion, because religion is just customs and routines and what do you call it? Uh, there's a word for it, but you know, I just don't, yeah, I don't treat my relationship with God as a religion. Nor should anyone else who follows Christ treat their relationship with God or Christ as a religion.
You would not have done this if this was a Quran.
Because you're so fucking privileged.
What you
What
did.
is that?
Give me my Bible back. That is a hate crime.
You don't have a purpose. Against all people that are anti-us.
Dude, she's not going to do that. She is not going to do that. That right there is a hate crime. That is a hate crime.
And the thing is, it's unnecessary. Like the levels of it not being unnecessary are like so humongous. Again, you don't see any true, genuine Christian, you know what I'm saying, throwing a certain Bible, right? A specific Bible, this month's Bible down the toilet or down, you know, the dumpster or like turning it on fire. 4K per abortion is. We're gonna talk about that in the next episode, and I'm gonna bring up a lot of these statements and information, right, to talk about them openly with other people because I know that that's one of the reasons why people think the way they think and have the opinion that they have. And you know, third born media is, I believe, to my understanding, he's pro life. But you know, again, like we listen to people. Like we take into consideration a lot of information that's brought to us. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be statistics, whether it be numbers, whether it be finances, whether it be the government. But that's the thing though. Like in that conversation that we're gonna have whenever we have it, whether it be on the show or on Instagram or whatever, you know, the whole point that I try to make is like, yo, let's try to, I know it sounds impossible and it seems impossible, but instead of like going the easy route, you know, and taking care of things like the easy way, yo, let's try to do our part and trying to, you know, fix the broken system that we live in. How about we try that instead of, you know what I'm saying, like murdering a child, you know? But a lot of people want to take the, and I'm not saying it's easy because you know there's moments where that female, you know, it's sentimentally, sentimental wise, it does hurt, you know, whether it be in the moment or afterwards, you know, psychologically, emotionally. But for a lot of people, a lot of women, they consider it to be the easy route, easy way out. But anyways, I digress from that conversation until we have that what I see one. Eddie D says, if you do an episode on abortion, which we will be talking about this in the near future. So for those of you interested in and listening and watching an open conversation, it's not going to be one-sided. We're going to be looking at all the facts. We're going to be bringing up all the numbers. We're going to be bringing up all the information possible. We're going to be bringing up so much information so that, we're both challenging ourselves and people who listen and watch that episode, to make an educated decision based on all the information that we are able to collect from here to there. But yeah, Eddie D says if you do an episode on abortion, please show the evidence that more black babies or colored babies, because I would say it's a mixture between blacks and Hispanic community. But yeah, black babies are aborted. More black babies are aborted than actually born in places like New York City. People didn't know this. Mm, basically, you just research. More black babies aborted than born. Yeah, when the time comes, we'll get into that for sure. And I do appreciate you bringing that up. But back to the video.
That is ungodly and it's wrong. I believe these people. Can't believe that people would be this. I can't believe they would be.
So obviously, I mean, that will get people riled up. I saw that. And I needed, obviously, some time before I did a video on it because I was ready to punch somebody in the face. Yes, over that, because that's how angry I get when I see people mock God and mock Jesus Christ. Other things, yeah, I get riled up sometimes, but stuff like that and that being allowed and just how sick these people are because they are so far beyond help at this point. This society we're living, there are people who are so warped in their thinking that when people are like, Call, you can help bring some of these people, to God and stuff. And that's what I do this for, is the hope that they'll pick up a Bible and they'll find Jesus Christ. But some of these people, it's not about being confused or deceived by some of the deceptions in the world. Their thinking is so warped. It is borderline beyond help. And the only one, obviously, that can help them is Jesus Christ. But this is what you're seeing. And of course, then you see these stories now coming out with Roe v. Wade and this coach with the prayer, which is igniting people even more.
And we have breaking news out of the Supreme Court this Monday as well. NBC's Pete Williams is here with the latest. Pete.
Another very pro-religion decision in one of the most closely watched cases of the term, Jose. This is the case of the coach, the assistant football coach out in Bremer.
Before I continue playing some of this video, I gotta state this real quick. I'm aware, like at least me, I don't know about y'all, but to my understanding, to my belief, like I'm well aware that most, if not all of this stuff that has been happening over this past weekend up until now, has been a huge distraction. I don't know for what. I know certain gun laws were passed, during the whole like Roe versus Wade situation and all that. But there's I'm pretty sure there's bigger things going on like in the background that we're not being uh told about, or we're not seeing, or whatever, or we're not going to notice right away, but it might come to light afterwards. But all this is has been a huge major distraction, you know, from from things that are coming our way soon. And so I want to remind everyone, hey, don't let this be. Yeah, don't get me wrong. It's this whole abortion thing is something to talk about, and it should always be brought up because you should always bring darkness to light, and you should always try to get the people to have a better insight on the matter. That way, they can make an educated decision, right? Or be aware of the devil's devices, right? But at the same time, though, it doesn't stop being part of all these multiple distractions that's being thrown our way to lose focus on stuff that is happening and will happen in the near future within the government, within our society, so on and so forth. So, if you are a brother or sister in the faith, pray for clarity, pray for discernment. That's one of the things that I'll always tell people is pray to God for discernment. Because, again, I posted something a few days ago, a Bible verse speaking of, you know, uh, how God was saying, my people perish or die for lack of knowledge, right? And I know there's a context to it. Trust me, like I'm aware. There's a context to everything, right? There's a reason why God said what He said in the moment that He said it, right? But that phrase and that verse is so far deep. It touches a lot of areas of our lives. With a lot of us lack knowledge in science. We lack knowledge in nature. We lack knowledge of the darkness that has not been brought to light. Stuff like secret societies, stuff how like on how like the this country was like built, right? um so many things that we lack knowledge in, that all those lacks of knowledge combined are the reason why we're at the like where we're at nowadays. And let me also say this, and I don't know if you want to if you want to screen record it, make it into a GIF or whatever. Um, I'm tired of people treating faith. No, let me rephrase that. I'm tired of certain people treating my faith, like our faith, people who follow Christ, they treat that faith as if it were to be like some fairy tale, or oh, it's a belief, oh, it's your opinion. No, no, no. Let's get one thing right. Let's get one thing very, very clear and straight. And if I offend you with this, or I come off as, whatever you want to call it, then, I apologize that you feel that way. But as someone that I used to listen to years ago, the Forerunner from the Forerunner Chronicles 777 here on YouTube, whether you like it or not, the truth is the truth. And take it for what it is, take it for however you want to take it. But the belief of the God in the Bible, right? There's different names that He's been given: Jehovah, Yahweh, right? Heavenly Father, right? And the list goes on and on. No one will ever truly know His name. But that God of the Bible and the Jesus Christ who died for me, you, and the entire world, that is the truth. I don't care if you want to keep saying, oh, that's your belief, that's your perspective, that's your thought, that's your faith. Like, no, no, no. Let's be very clear. It's not what I believe. Let me rephrase that. It's not just what I believe. It is the truth. It is the truth. Jesus Christ is the truth. No one else had died and resurrected. Okay? Let me rephrase that again. No one else had died in our place, because we were the ones who were supposed to die and be damned for all eternity. Yet Jesus Christ took it upon Himself, and made Himself man to offer Himself, okay? Offer Himself as living sacrifice and take our place on that cross. No other deity has done that. No other quote unquote God with a small g has done that. Only Jesus Christ. So I wanna like, if someone tells me, like if I tell them like, yo, Jesus Christ is the way, the truth, and the life, right? Or Jesus Christ is the truth, the gospel is the truth, Jehovah is the truth, the Bible, the spoken word of God, the inspired word of God is the truth. If you tell me that it's my belief, you better pray to whatever God you believe in that I don't slap you across the face. And I know that sounds harsh, and I know that sounds really like raw, and I know it sounds really, really rough. But if the truth is the truth, and I'm disrespected with something like, oh, it's your belief, while I know it's 1,000% true, like you better hope that in that moment God's peace is upon me, because like moving forward from this point moving forward, I'm not gonna, the same way that a lot of people don't allow themselves to be disrespected, right? And take action a certain way, is the same way that I'm going to have to hold myself, hold myself back from acting upon any disrespect that I come across. Again, any other religion that you want to bring to conversation, okay, yeah, that's your belief. That's, you know, that's your opinion. That's your uh what you woke up to. However, however, again, the Bible, the spoken, inspired word of God, Jesus Christ, his sacrifice for you, me, and all humanity. God, the God of the Bible, Jehovah, Yahweh, God of heaven, right? All this, whether you like it or not, whether you agree to it or not, whether you believe in it or not, is the truth. It is the truth. It's not my opinion. It's not our opinion as believers of Christ. It is the truth. Period. Period. Anyways, sorry about that. Yeah, man. Like it's, listen, it's becoming a little bit. And here's the thing. Like I gotta say this because I know some people are gonna get me out of are gonna say, oh, see, you see, listen, when I say I want to smack people in the face because they're respecting what is truth, when they disrespect what is truth, what is true, again, not my opinion, not any follower of Christ's opinion. I'm talking about it is the truth. It is true. Yeah, of course I'm gonna feel really uncomfortable and want to smack someone outside the face. Am I gonna do it? Am I gonna go through it and do it? No, because that's not gonna display or show, you know what I'm saying, the mercy and peace and love of God through me, right? So I'm not gonna do that. Do I want to? Like, of course I do. You know, like that's like telling me, that's like if I were to tell someone, oh, I have a brain, like, and you tell me like, oh no, that's your belief, that's your opinion. Listen, again, what is true is true. What is truth is truth. I forgot where I found it. I'd have to go back and dig it up because a lot of the stuff that I talk about from time to time, it's so buried deep within the information of the internet that it's hard to dig up again. But there was an analysis that I came across that the quote unquote religion that most people convert to, like for example, Muslims to Christianity, uh, Buddhism to Christianity, the one quote unquote faithful religion that people mostly convert towards or to is Christianity. And I want to think and believe that the reason for that is because some of these people, or most of these people who have converted from another religion or faith to Christianity, they've had like strong, powerful, vivid supernatural experiences with God to the point where they have no choice but to accept the truth, you know? And if someday that changes, I'm not saying that can't change. Of course that could change. The numbers could change, right? A lot of people could fall for a lot of stuff supernaturally, right? But what I'm trying to say with this is like when you truly have a genuine relationship with God the Father and Christ, like the conviction of it being the truth is so strong. And again, I have friends, I have viewers of this channel, I have people within the community that are of other religions and other faiths. And I respect every single one for like however they were brought up, the culture they were brought up in, sometimes it's like generational faith, right? But although I respect why they believe in what they believe in, at the same time, it does not take away from from Jesus Christ being the only one who offered himself as living sacrifice for you, for myself, for all humanity. He's the only one. He is the only one. And again, if I disrespected anyone in their faith, I genuinely apologize for making you feel that way. I really do. I don't want to make anyone feel bad. I don't want anyone to feel, what I'm saying, disrespected or but and again, to my friends and people of this community or who know me from the other community, right? People who I consider family that believe in other stuff or have another faith, another religion, and have the reasoning behind it. I respect it, yo. I really do. I really do. Like I would never speak down on why you believe what you believe in. But again, no one else, no one else but Jesus Christ offered himself in our place to take our punishment on that cross. Historically reported by the Romans and everyone else during those days and during those times. This is not a myth. This is not a fantasy. Roman writers, Greek writers, authors reported reported the resurrection of Jesus Christ. Reported the resurrection of a lot of people that were dead at the time. People who rose from the dead and went to their families for days. I don't know for how long it was. Some of them lived for a few days. Some of them went on to live for another week, a few weeks, a month. Some of them lived for another few years. But all this was accounted for and recorded by different people around the world, people that were near and far from that area that witnessed the resurrection of Jesus Christ and a bunch of other people who were dead that came to life. Even Lazarus. Lazarus, he listen. I'm not gonna preach to you guys tonight, yo. So I apologize if it's coming off as me preaching. I do apologize, but it just boils my blood sometimes, yo. Like the historical data's out there, the scientific data's out there, the archaeological data is out there. It's recorded in books, it's written in books by other people who didn't even believe in Jesus himself. People who were against the faith and the gospel have had written it down that they seen Jesus resurrect with a bunch of other people who were dead, yo. Like, I don't know, like what this is exactly why this is exactly why this generation does not deserve any signs. It does not deserve any signs and wonders because it doesn't matter what you bring to them. It doesn't matter what information you bring to the table. They will always just want to deny, deny, and deny. And that's why, like, I'm okay with if God doesn't do one more miracle from here on out till I die, I'm okay with that because people in general do not deserve for God to do any miracles. You know what I'm saying? People in general, the mankind in general does not deserve for God to do any miracles because they're always going to find an excuse. They're always going to find an excuse to not want to believe in him. And that's facts. That's facts. Like people are always because here's the thing, people are always going to want to do things their way. They're always going to want to do whatever the heck they want. They're always going to want to use that free will that God granted to them to the fullest extent. So they're going to find every excuse in the book that for every time that God does a miracle, whether it be for them or for someone else or around the world, they're going to say, "Oh, it was this other thing probably. Oh, it was," instead of like opening their heart, you know what I'm saying, and giving God a chance and giving Jesus Christ a chance, they're going to always find an excuse to not believe in it. So I really don't care. Like if God were never to do perform a miracle from here on out, me personally, I wouldn't be hurt. I would not lose my faith. I would not lose. I would completely understand God. I would completely understand. You know what I'm saying? Like because we don't. I mean, I'm just saying. Like mankind, like has hardened their hearts so much that they like we truly do not deserve any signs and wonders. We don't deserve any miracles. We don't. We don't. We don't. Even as children of God, we don't. Nobody, nobody deserves any miracles from God. Because if you're gonna keep questioning even after He does it, what's the point? You tell me? What's the point? What's the point? If God were to raise someone from the dead right now, which He very well could, if He were to do that, you know what people's excuse are gonna be? Oh, that person was never really dead. Oh, maybe he had a condition where he was not dead entirely, you know, and it just the time that was supposed to elapse, and people are always going to find an excuse to not believe in God's miracles. Always. Yeah. Anyways, uh yeah, I'm gonna be here for another few minutes, but I mean I've said a lot of what I wanted to say, a lot that was in my heart to say. And let me just say, man, like I'm not perfect. I said this earlier. I'm far from perfect, man. Like I listen, if people knew the struggles that I go through on a daily basis, the demons that I fight, the struggles that I fight, the sin that I fight, the temptations that I fight on a daily basis, you know, and many times I lose that fight, you know, I'm not perfect. I'm far from holy, far away from holy, and I appreciate the people who are part of this community that they view me as like the community pastor or something like that, which I don't like that label. I don't like that title because that's a very serious, delicate title to hold. I understand why people think that, so I do appreciate the sentiment of why a lot of you see me that way. I really do. Um, but I go through the same battles that all you do. You know, I lose again. I lose a lot of those battles that I fight. The differences between me and a lot of other people is that at the end of the day, I brush myself off. I ask for forgiveness, pick myself up, and keep moving forward. I don't I don't give in. I don't give in wholeheartedly and blindly to the temptations or, you know, the struggles that I go through. I don't say like, you know what, screw my faith and my belief. Like I'm gonna just go do what I want as much as I want, you know, as frequently as I want. That's the difference. I don't be saying stuff like that. I don't be talking like that. I don't be acting up upon those temptations like that. You know, like when they happen, I'm like, damn, this sucks. Like I need to like fix myself. I need to put this in God's hands and keep moving towards him. That's the difference, you know? But yeah. Damn man, that sucks. That sucks. It would have been nice to see some more of your comments. But I mean, this, you know, it's been a while since I did one of these live streams on here. It was pretty good. Like, oh man, but charge your phone, man. Charge your phone because I'm gonna be here until like 9:30, and then I don't know. I'm out into the mist. But but yeah, like I don't know. I just for those of you who are here, thank you. He said, wrap it up. Well, I mean, I'm gonna stay on for like a few more minutes, but I will be wrapping it up soon for sure. Uh, Jules says, and I appreciate those words. Thank you. Um, you know, I love everybody, man. Like, you know, again, like I said a few streams ago, like I understand nowadays, you know, why uh preachers and ministers from the past uh have told me I have the heart of, all right, and I want to make that very clear because no one has told me, you know, that I have a calling for a pastor, because that's not the case. At least up until now, that has not been the case. I have not been called to be a pastor that I'm aware of. But I have been told I do have the heart of a pastor. And thanks, man. I appreciate that, bro. Uh, you know, but I love people, man. Like I care about people. And I don't know, man. It's hard to verbalize. I remember like watching my grandfather from my dad's side when he was pastor, and I remember I can recall perfectly how he used to care for people. He used to visit people all the time. He used to visit people. He used to, you know, check on everybody. He used to go, you know, if someone had, you know, requested a prayer because whatever they were going through like a medical situation, he would go to the hospital. You know, even in his worst days where he was the one in the hospital, he would still find the time to go through the halls of the hospital and pray for every patient on every room on his floor. Like he did that. like he's the type who would do, and I'm the type who would do that. Like if I was like in the hospital, you know what I'm saying, going through it or whatever, like if I had the strength to get up and do it, I would do it too. Because, you know, that's the whole point, man. Is like, you know, people now, like in general nowadays, they talk about, oh, you know, you gotta have tolerance, you gotta have, you know, allow things to, you know, people to do like whatever they want. I'm like, yeah, to a certain extent, yeah, that's right, that's true to a certain extent. But at the same time, as a believer in Christ, as a believer of my faith, like I gotta warn people too, yo. Like I have to warn people, you know, like we were those of us who have accepted Christ, like we have accepted the challenge of warning people. That's what we do. That's if you're a servant of the Lord, if you're a servant of Christ, if you are part of the faith, if you are, you know, we're all humble servants. And the main calling, the at the end of the day, the main thing, no matter what your ministry is, no matter if you're a singer, a preacher, a pastor, an evangelist, whatever you are in the faith. At the end of the day, the true calling that we all have is to warn people. Warn people of what? Well, warn people that there is a hell to escape. Because let me make that very clear: there is a hell to escape. Like I want you to know. If you didn't know that, now you know that there is a hell to escape from. And God doesn't send anyone to hell, but people willingly go to hell because they chose to live a life outside of Christ. They chose to live a life away from God, away from Christ, right? So the warning is simple. Look for God. Seek for God. You know, ask God what his plans are for you. Seek to do his perfect will, right? Live in accordance to what he asked. And what he asked from us is not even that hard, yo. Is like it, I mean, it's hard as a human, right? Because human nature, but it's really not even like that hard in the sense that all the things that he asked us to do are like positive things for us. You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy. Like oh my goodness, yo. There's a hell to escape from and there's a heaven to gain. Right? And the only way to gain heaven is through Jesus Christ. Accepting Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior, right? Making him a part of your life and essentially just following his his path for you, yo. Like uh thank you, Tracy. I appreciate that. Yes. I agree, Emily. I agree on that. Uh yeah, man. I mean, listen, dude, while there's life and there's a Bible verse, I honestly I don't know it by memory. I don't know it by heart, but it talks about if there's still life, there's hope. You know, so clearly there's still hope. If we woke up another day, there's hope and there's chance and there's opportunity. You know, to get right with God and to do what He asks from us. And and again for anyone watching this afterwards, I mean, I don't apologize for talking about God. I would never apologize about that. But I kind of apologize for making the stream uh, kind of like preachy because I really wasn't expecting on doing any of that, or I wasn't expecting on talking on certain stuff that I ended up talking about. But I don't know. I guess you could just say that God put it in my heart, and I had no choice but to talk about it. I guess. Um, but yeah, today is the day that Lord has made. You know, today is the day that the Lord has made. So if you are struggling to, build your relationship with Christ or God, then today I guess is a reminder for you that hey, you're still alive, you're still breathing, you can still think, you can still talk, you can still declare that Jesus Christ is Lord of your life. So if you can do that, why take the chance? Why take the chance and not do it, and then living with that mindset of like, dang, like what's gonna happen after I die? What's gonna happen after in the afterlife? What's gonna happen? You know, why have that doubt when it's as simple and easy as accepting Jesus Christ into your heart as your Lord and Savior? You know what I'm saying? And building a relationship with Him. I don't get it. Wendy, God bless you too. God bless you too. And yeah, I'm almost out of here. I really hope I didn't end that on a low note there. With all the with all the apparent preaching, I'm gonna try to put some stuff that we can watch and like laugh about together. That way, we end it on a high note. Hopefully. Um, oh man, it's gonna be almost 2 hours since I've been on here. Uh, okay, I'm just gonna figure out what other video that you guys might actually enjoy. Give me 1 second. Oh, okay. Let's see. I need a funny video. Funny video. Come on. I need a funny video. Man, it might take me a little longer than I had thought here. Come on. Yeah, it's gonna. You know what? Let's do something over here on this side. Okay, yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna share this small clip, and we're gonna laugh together. We're gonna laugh together, and it's gonna be great. All right, let me just hey, you too, bro. Thanks for being here, man. I appreciate it. I really do appreciate you being here. And let me know. Text me after your phone charges if tomorrow at the time of the meetup is still happening, or if I got to reschedule. Oh yeah, I mean that's. I mean, it's not funny, but it's funny at the same time how people refuse to look into it and question. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing. Like, I don't understand how people can hear and see some of this news and just not question it, yo. Like, not question the government, not question like why it's happening. It's crazy. But yeah, they're preparing the terrain of like limiting our food and all the other stuff to make things harder on us for what's to come. Yeah, man. Hey, God bless you too, bro. God bless you too. Love you, man. And yeah, just text me about that situation. All right, I'm gonna show a clip. I'm gonna show a few clips. And this first one, yeah, that's another thing that I saw. Also, that one incident where a guy had made like a personalized like water filtering cleansing system or whatever, and he was helping his community. And someone had sabotaged his truck and his machinery, and he had to like redo it. And it's crazy, yo. Like the stuff that's going on. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna share. This is just something I'm gonna share just to to laugh at and together. So again, to leave on a high note here, but bear with me, all right? And I shared this with someone I think yesterday. And they said you're stupid. All right, here we go. Here we go. All right, pay close attention. Pay close attention, y'all. It's about to get hilarious up in here. All right, check it out.
Yeah. So then the Pope says maybe you should go check the toilet.
Hey, I got one. Why do girls wear makeup and perfume?
Why?
Because they're ugly and they stink.
Yo, I'm about to hold on. I'm about to rewind.
So then the Pope says maybe you should go check the toilet.
This one.
Hey, I got one. Why do girls wear makeup and perfume?
Why?
Because they're ugly and they stink.
Is that true, ladies? Is that why you? I'm sorry, yo. That's like one of the biggest hidden gems that I that I came across a few days ago, yo. But now that I see that video, I actually remember a few of the ones that were that were put. What do you call it? that were sent my way. All right. So hold on. I got more. Just bear with me. Oh man. Uh, oh man. Let's see if I find the one that I saw. I probably won't find the one that I saw, but I'll still play. I guess the clip. Okay, I think it's probably this one. Okay. Okay. All right, here we go. Check this one out. For any Office fans, I guess this would be funny. If you're not an Office fan, then you probably won't get it right away.
Scranton. That's where we all live and work. That's a calculator. There's Dwight. He's the bad guy. And the hero's name is Jim. Highlighting. That's his girlfriend. That guy's on the phone. Tie flip. Then there's me again. Then Carell does the trophy thing. The Scranton.
Oh man, when I saw that, I think it was like earlier today. I was dying, like, because there's another version of it where he's like singing it live, and it's hilarious. But all right, let's see if I can find a few more before I go. Oh man, okay. I hate having to like look through like different chats or group chats to like find certain stuff, but at the same time, it's funny. Okay. Where is it? Come on. Ugh. I'm gonna try to find one more thing before I go, and if I don't know, if I don't find it, oh well. But you know what? Oh, okay. That Twist is providing a link here. I'm gonna see if I can somehow copy paste it. Oh, I don't think I can. Not from here. I guess I could write it. It's not that long. I guess I did that to myself. All right, hold on. Oh, okay. Wait. No, never mind. I'm gonna have to do it anyways. Watch. I think I got it. Let's see. See if that goes through. Oh, okay. All right. All right. Brace yourselves. All right. I'm about to share the one that Dead Twist, the link that Dead Twist shared with me just now. So bear with me here. Here we go. It's scary how different male and female ducks sound.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
What? That completely caught me off guard, man. What the heck? That was good. I was not expecting that at all. So I mean, All right. Well, I'm hopefully that's that's ending things on a high note here. Yo, for every single one of you guys and gals who are here, as always, I appreciate you guys being here with me. The love and support is always great. You guys are great. And again, if I offended or disrespected anyone, you know, because of their faith or belief or religion, I apologize for, you making me feel that way. It's not my intention. I love everyone. I love everyone the same. I pray for everyone the same. I care about everyone the same. Y'all are family to me. And the group live stream will be happening soon. So keep that in mind. Tell your family, your friends, your neighbors, your coworkers, your pets, your aunties, your mamas, your your granddaddies. I don't know, whoever you want to tell. The group live stream is going to happen soon. Um, and yeah, there's a lot of topics that we're going to be talking about. Some of them will be, carefree topics, funny topics, and of course, other topics that are a lot more sensitive and current. So, thank you, Jules. I appreciate that. Don't leave. Wendy, I am sorry to have to to break this to you, but 2 hours nowadays is a lot for me. at least when I'm doing live streams. And plus I'm extremely hungry. so I do have to sadly excuse myself. But beware. Like there is more streams coming your way soon. Uh, Probably tomorrow. And if not, Saturday, Sunday. Just be on the lookout and make sure that you're continuously checking the channel, because if you have all notifications on and you're still missing the notifications, that just means you have to be a little bit more attentive to the channel. So yeah. God bless every single one of you guys. Love you guys. And until next time, Vision Eye View TV out, and God bless. Peace out.